there, Taurus. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Rebecca. For those of you who are brand new, thank you all so much for joining me today. I genuinely love doing this for you, and so I truly appreciate you coming with me on this journey. So the soul song readings are very different from our usual tarot readings. These readings are designed to show you why your soul chose to be exactly where it is at in this current situation with your body. So that being said, there are a lot of there are a lot of reasons why our soul would incarnate in this particular time and place. So the way this reading is going to start is I'm going to pull one of the 72 angel cards that has two sides. It has the angelic energy and the human distortion of that energy. Then I'm going to pull a simple tarot spread, and then we're going to pull an archetype card from Kim Krantz. Now these cards are very powerful in the sense that they really strike deep, especially when you spend some time with them. So I'll hold them up long enough for you to take a screenshot of the card. I do recommend that you follow the rabbit hole, spend some time with it, meditating, whatever that happens to be. So that being said, we're going to go ahead and get right on into your reading. What angels are with my Taurians? What angels? So we got number 72, Mumia, or Mumaya. It is rebirth, sows the seeds of new life, understands the law of reincarnation, announces the end of one cycle and the beginning of a new one, brings to an end, helps terminate what has been started. Concrete realizations, materialization, concerns medicine and health, terminal phase in which the seed of renewal is found, accompanying the dying, great experience of life, opening of consciousness. The human distortions, suicide, unconscious death, despair, dead end, depression, blocked horizon. Repudiates one's own existence, negative influence, bad health handicap, collapse, ruin, loss of employment of one's spouse, of friends, etc. Goes from one experience to the next without understanding, seeks to convince, goes against the natural order, forces materialization, lacks openness. There are some dates here that might resonate with you. March 16th to March 20th. June 2nd, August 16th, October 29th, January 8th, and March 20th. Go ahead and put that there. We'll go ahead and get into your reading. What is the recent past for my amazing Taurians? What is the recent past? You have the Moon and the Seven of Pentacles. What is the present? What is the present? The Emperor and the Four of Swords. What are the external factors? What are the external factors? We have the Justice card. And what is the guidance from the divinity? What is the guidance? The Empress. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Magician. So you are creating something in your current situation. And it seems that in your recent past, that out of the darkness, you were able to plant seeds. I mean, you have to look at the darkness. When you plant a seed, you're actually planting it in darkness, and it pushes up through the earth to the light to become new growth. And so this is almost like there's two sides of this. There's the side that knows that basically you've been planted and you're pushing up to that fruition. You're pushing up to harvest time, right? There's also the desire to dig those seeds up and see if they're growing. In your current situation, we have the Emperor and the Four of Swords. So there is a level of healing here. And it could have something to do with an ego wound. Or finding your strength. I heard empirical. I quite like this Emperor card. It's not one that usually gives me this sense of dread or ego. I do feel like this is almost a healing of your divinity, if that makes sense. You don't have to heal your divinity. You are always a divine being. So this may be trying to meditate on your divinity and trying to bring that out in a healthy way. We'll have to look at the Justice card, but I do feel like this is finding a sense of balance and truth. Sorry, my nose is still very itchy. Finding a sense of balance and truth. And almost like a clearing karma type of situation. For some of you, because this is an external factor, there might actually be like law enforcement or something along those lines that you're having to deal with. And in your guidance, we have the Empress here. The Empress here. This is all about that place of rebirth and nurturing, and this is planting the seeds and nurturing them and knowing that they're going to grow and being able to give them exactly what it is that they need. So let's clarify the Moon and the Seven of Pentacles. Please clarify the Moon and the Seven of Pentacles. Thank you. We have the World card in reverse. We have the Five of Swords in reverse and the Ten of Swords in the upright. So there's a sense here of, by the deck, we have the Two of Cups. Of something being over, of letting go of a conflict. But this is also about finding the beginning in that cycle, right? Not just the place where it ended, but what is now beginning. this was a lose-lose situation. There was no winner and no loser. And this is a 7. So whatever this relationship was, perhaps it came apart and then came back together, and then came apart and came back together, and you were trying to figure out how that was happening. But there is a sense here of trying to find, like I said, the beginning and the end, of really picking the cycle apart to understand it. Let's look at the Emperor and the Four of Swords. Please clarify the Emperor and the Four of Swords. Please clarify the Emperor and the Four of Swords. We have the Knight of Cups. Please clarify the Emperor and the Four of Swords. The Seven of Pentacles in reverse. The Queen of Swords in reverse, and the Eight of Cups in reverse. The bottom of the deck, there is that Two of Cups again. So like I said, this was like a split and coming back, and so we do have the Emperor here, which represents Aries, and the Empress here, which represents Taurus. There is a divine couple, the Emperor and the Empress. This is divine masculine energy and divine feminine energy. And what's being asked of you is to find the balance between the two. The Knight of Cups here, he's coming back in despite some very harsh words, despite his jadedness and his better judgment, despite he's returning, despite everything, to offer love. I do think that there was a break with this Emperor, and I think that there was a sense of healing, whatever the past was, but I do feel like it's coming back in. Please look at the Justice card. Why is the Justice card here as external factors? We have the Seven of Wands. Now we have 3 sevens. Please clarify the Justice card. Please clarify the Justice card. The Ten of Cups in reverse, and the Ace of Pentacles in the upright. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Eight of Pentacles. So this could be work, but it could also be finding there needs to be a balance between emotional and material. This is the Seven of Wands. One of my favorite readers calls it the bullshit blocker. So this card is about blocking your unhappiness. This is a lot like, what is it worth to you? There's a truth here. In the Justice card, we have the Ace of Swords. So there's this communication, this victory. We also have the Ace of Pentacles. With the Ace of Cups, with the Ten of Cups in reverse, and this infinity symbol at the bottom of it, or it's actually at the top, but it's at the bottom right now. I feel like this is finding the balance between the two, and understanding what it is that you need to cut and what it is that you need to work on. What do I build? What do I let go of? This is almost a process of narrowing it down, and the scales finding balance. This might also have to do with karma, or again, some sort of repeating cycle, even potentially your divine life purpose. So with the 8, that's an infinity symbol, and then we have it here in the 10 of Cups in reverse. Please clarify the Empress. What is the guidance here? Please clarify the Empress. Empress. Why do I keep saying that? Empress. Please clarify the Empress. The 9 of Swords. Please clarify the Empress. Please clarify the Empress. Really? There's the 8 of Pentacles. I have one more. Please clarify the Empress. And the Justice card. Now in this deck, the Justice card has a heart on one scale and a feather on the other. So again, this is finding that balance and figuring out what it is that needs to be worked on, what it is that needs to be nurtured. And there is a lot of anxiety around whatever this, I feel like I keep getting work. I feel like this work situation is bringing up a lot of anxiety. At the bottom of the deck is the 6 of Cups, and this, the 6 of Cups talks about, you know, our childhood, children. The Empress talks about children. There may even be some anxiety about, is this going to work? What is fair? Right? There also might be a need to really look back and heal some situation between mother and child, whether it's your mother or your children. Whatever it is, there is a need to work on this anxiety in feeling this very distinctly feminine energy. In being receptive, there is a need to be receptive, receptive of the work that you're doing or that someone else is doing. You know, there's a very need here to be gentle and nurturing. And to unburden your heart of this anxiety. I'm going to pull the Archetype card now. What is the, thank you. This is number, they're Roman numerals, hang on. '77. Aletheia. Aletheia. Like I said, feel free to take a screenshot of it, look up Aletheia, spend some time with it, journal about it, meditate on it, follow the rabbit hole. Again, that's 77. Aletheia. Truth. Our soul recognizes the truth. When someone speaks it, a cool wave of relief washes over the room, and all the facts and figures in the world fall by the wayside. Such is the power of Aletheia. It has an undeniable resonance that goes beyond the rational. We can also recognize Aletheia by its contagiousness. When we hear someone speak the truth, we see the truth within ourselves and are more likely to tell our own story. The Aletheia card requires us to step toward an act of truth. This might look like a conversation, a gesture, a poetic act, or a ritual that honors the unveiling of what's been concealed. Reclaiming your own truth is a way to reclaim your vital energy, health, and a sense of belonging in the world. Truth has its own wings. Set it free. Picasso said, "We all know that art is not truth. Art is a lie that makes us realize truth, or at least the truth that is given us to understand." When light, clarity, revelation, disclosure. When dark, distortions, gaslighting, excuses. Go deeper. The goddesses Ma'at and Veritas. It is said that the resonance of our voice changes when we speak a falsity. In this light, practice seeing truth as a vibration. That, my beautiful Taurian friends, is your reading. I do hope it was helpful. If it was, please hit the like and subscribe button. And remember, have a beautiful day. I love you.